Today I am dropping my campaigning defamation lawsuit against Facebook. And the reason I'm doing that is quite simple, because the settlement I have got from it is far better than anything I could have ever have dreamt of winning in court. This has taken 8 months of discussion and negotiation to get there, but I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. Now, you may or may not know what's been going on. For over a year, there were over 1,000 adverts on Facebook with my name and face in for get-rich-quick schemes like Bitcoin Code or Bitcoin Trader. It wasn't actually about Bitcoin. They're just scams, pure and simple, to rip people off. And vulnerable people have lost money. Substantial amounts of money, life-changing amounts of money. And they lost that money because they trusted me. And I found that offensive on a personal level and very upsetting, and I decided I had to do something about it. But what I didn't want to do was just stop any adverts with me in. That's not what I've spent my career doing. You know, I've tried to build up a reputation for helping consumers. So the entire lawsuit was built around that. It was a campaigning defamation lawsuit, and I pledged from the start that any proceeds and all proceeds would go direct to charity. So in negotiations with Facebook, this is what it's agreed. It is setting up a new project, as I suggested, with Citizens Advice, which we're going to call CASA, Citizens Advice Scam Action, with a £3 million donation made up of £2.5 million cash donation spread over 2 years and £500,000 in Facebook advertising spread over 3 years. And CASA's job will be to fight scams, spread information about scams, and to give one-on-one help to people worried they may be being scammed or who have been scammed and how to put their life back together. It is a genuine practical solution, not just for dealing with Facebook online scams, but any online scams. And I think, you know, it's worth saying, a £3 million donation by Facebook shows how serious they are. But also, in truth, had I won in court, and I think I had a good chance, Facebook doesn't, had I won in court, I might have got 50 grand at best, and that would have gone to charity. The biggest ever defamation court case in the USA payout, we think, is somewhere between 1 or 2 million. So this is bigger even than that. It's a huge sum of money, but it isn't just that. The other thing that is being done is unique to the UK. It won't be happening anywhere else in the world. On the back of this, Facebook will be launching a scam ads reporting button. In other words, on an advert, you can press a button and say, I believe this is a scam. And there will be a new team set up who will look at those and take down the scams. That's the practical solution that it was all about. So putting the two together, what I always said I wanted was a reduction in the number of scams and a way that we could handle it, and some practical solutions for people who have been scammed and to help protect others. And I think that this gets there. I'm also getting costs, so my legal costs are being covered on the back by Facebook. And I'll be honest, in the negotiations and discussions over the last 8 months, I think Facebook have turned around and realised that this is a real and substantial problem. It should be noted, Citizens Advice Scam Action won't be setting up till May, so please nobody get in touch with them now. They're very worried that before they've had the money and set up the resources to deal with it, people are going to swamp to them on the back of this announcement. That isn't happening to May, and it's going to be a few months before we see this button and team set up, because we've only just signed the agreement. But I hope in future we will see a substantive change. Since I did the lawsuit, the number of Facebook scams with me in have dropped radically. They still happen, but now, when I report them, they're properly and easily taken down. I wish I could say that was true for other internet companies out there. In the past couple of weeks, there's been a whole spate of scam ads on Google served advertising and on other platforms, again with my face in, again for these hideous get rich quick scams. Don't touch them, don't sniff them, don't smell them. And so while this today ends the first chapter with Facebook, and I hope to work with it and with CASA, Citizens Advice Scam Action, to prevent people from falling for scams in the future, I'd like to put a call out to the other big media online advertising companies, Google and all the platforms who put the ads at the bottom of newspapers and on apps and on other websites. This isn't just Facebook's fault. You're doing it too. And whether you feel you have a legal responsibility or just a moral responsibility, I'd like you to improve your systems. Make sure people can report adverts on your site and you will take it seriously and take them down quickly. And put your hands in your pocket and give money to Citizens Advice Scam Action, because there will be scams on your site that they're dealing with. Citizens Advice is a charity. It needs funding. We want to make it as effective as possible. It's cheaper for you to fund Citizens Advice to deal with the problems that your scam adverts have caused than it is to do it yourself. So put your hands in your pocket and let's have a sea change in the way that online advertising works.